My boss slammed my sales report across the conference table and said, "You're the biggest mistake this company ever hired." But what happened 72 hours later left the entire office in silence. The rain hammered against the glass windows of the 28th floor like tiny bullets. Inside the conference room, nobody moved. Not even a cough. I sat frozen in my chair while my manager, Victor Hale, stared at me with pure disgust. Then, slam! My sales report crashed across the table. Papers exploded everywhere. "You embarrassed this company in front of our biggest investors," Victor shouted, his face red with rage. "Do you even understand what you've done?" Every single person in the room looked away. Nobody wanted to make eye contact with me. I could hear whispers. "She's finished. There's no way she survives this. Victor never forgives failure." My chest tightened. I wanted to disappear. 3 years earlier, I was working at a tiny coffee stand near the train station. I had no degree, no connections, no rich family. I only had one habit my late mother taught me before she passed away. Success belongs to people who stay disciplined when life gives them every reason to quit. I remembered those words while staring at the humiliation unfolding in front of me. Victor leaned closer. "You lost us $2 million. The room gasped. One of the executives muttered, "Unbelievable." My throat went dry. But something felt wrong. The numbers didn't make sense. I checked those reports 6 times before presenting them. 6 times. Then suddenly, I noticed it. A single altered figure. 1 decimal point. Changed. My heartbeat exploded. Someone tampered with my report. But who? And why? Victor pointed toward the door. "Clean out your desk." I stood slowly. Humiliated. Destroyed. But deep inside, something didn't break. It sharpened. That night, while most employees were drinking at bars or gossiping in group chats about my failure, I stayed in the office alone. 11:43 p.m. The cleaning crew had already passed my floor. The building lights dimmed. I reopened every file, every spreadsheet, every email. I traced timestamps for hours. Then finally, there it was. An unauthorized login. My hands trembled. The edits came from an executive account. I whispered, "No way." The account belonged to Daniel Mercer, Victor's favorite employee, the golden boy of the company. The same man who smiled in my face every morning. The same man who once told me, "You work harder than anyone here." Honestly, it scares people. Suddenly, every strange interaction made sense. The missing files. The delayed approvals. The fake compliments. Daniel wasn't helping me. He was setting me up. And the terrifying part? Nobody would believe me. Daniel came from money. His father sat on the company board. Meanwhile, I was just the girl who used to sell coffee near the train station. I sat there in silence, completely alone. Then my phone buzzed. A text message. Unknown number. "Stop digging if you want your career to survive." My blood turned cold. For the first time all night, I felt fear. Real fear. I looked around the dark office. Every shadow suddenly felt alive. Every sound felt dangerous. But then I remembered another habit my mother taught me. When fear enters the room, discipline must stay longer. So I kept going. At 3:17 a.m., I discovered the final piece. Security footage. Daniel entering my office. Using my computer. Altering the report. I nearly cried from relief. But the twist? That evidence wasn't enough. Because the next morning, Daniel accused me of trying to frame him. The entire executive floor erupted into chaos. Victor shouted, "This has gone too far." Daniel slammed his fist on the table. "She's desperate because she got caught making careless mistakes." People started arguing. Voices overlapping. Who do we believe? This company is turning into a circus. She's manipulating everyone. Then Daniel looked directly at me and smirked. That smirk. I'll never forget it. It said, "You already lost." But he underestimated one thing. My habits. While everyone else relied on charm, connections, and office politics, I relied on consistency. Every single day for 3 years, I documented my work. Every call, every revision, every approval, every meeting note. Because disciplined people prepare for storms before clouds appear. I opened my laptop. The room fell silent. Then I projected the timeline. Hundreds of records. Organized. Timestamped. Verified. The evidence was overwhelming. Daniel's confidence disappeared instantly. Victor's face drained of color. One board member whispered, "Oh my God." Another executive removed his glasses slowly and said, "This changes everything." Daniel tried to interrupt. "You can't prove." "Actually," I said calmly, "I can." Then I played the security footage. The room exploded. "Are you serious?" someone shouted. "You sabotaged her?" "This is insanity." Daniel staggered backward. For the first time, he looked terrified. Victor stared at him in complete disbelief. "You told me she was incompetent." Daniel's voice cracked. I can explain. But it was over. 3 hours later, Daniel was escorted out of the building. No goodbye party. No speeches. No rescue from his powerful connections. Just silence. And then something happened I never expected. Victor walked into my office. The same man who humiliated me in front of everyone. He closed the door quietly. For a long moment, he said nothing. Then finally, "I was wrong about you." I looked at him carefully. He continued, "Most people panic under pressure. Most people collapse after public humiliation." He paused. "But you stayed disciplined." Those words hit harder than any promotion. Because he was right. Success habits are invisible during easy times. But during chaos, they become your survival system. 6 months later, I became the youngest regional director in company history. People called it luck. Some called it revenge. But they didn't see the truth. The promotion didn't happen because I exposed Daniel. It happened because I built habits that protected me long before disaster arrived. And the biggest twist of all? Years later, Victor admitted something shocking during a leadership conference. He said, "The employee I almost fired became the person who saved this company from corruption." The audience went silent. Then he pointed toward me in the front row. And everyone stood up, applauding. Not because I was perfect. Not because I was lucky. But because discipline, consistency, honesty, and preparation eventually reveal the truth. Moral lesson. Success habits are not built during comfort. They are built during exhaustion, fear, rejection, and pressure. Discipline may feel invisible at first, but one day it becomes the very thing that protects your future. People may doubt you. They may underestimate you. They may even try to destroy your reputation. But if your habits stay stronger than your emotions, eventually the truth and your success will speak louder than your enemies ever could.